with the global world headquarters of Qu'anglo Communications being in Orangetown, Quebec, their colleagues from all over the world wanted to share a few words of celebration and congratulation.
Happy anniversary, Hugh, and happy anniversary, Qu'anglo.
Here today to celebrate Hugh. And the QCGN has lots to celebrate with Hugh.
Je profite de l'occasion pour te souhaiter un joyeux 10e anniversaire.
I just wanted to congratulate you on 10 years of successful work. I just dubbed you Mr. Qu'anglo. You are the English-speaking community for Quebec, and we all love you for it.
Hi, Hugh from Saskatchewan, wanting to wish you happy 10th anniversary on your business and say it's been a pleasure working with you over the years.
Thank you so much for being an enormous support to me in the last 7 years. We've had good times, less good times, and through it all you've been a fantastic professional support to me as well as being a friend in times of need.
10 years of an incredible job. I have so many fond memories of working with you in the Qu'anglo Lights.
Excusez-moi, madame, hein? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? C'est le Québec ici, il faut parler en français, c'est la loi.
Starting a business from scratch isn't easy. You need to create budgets, plans, guidelines, and most importantly, you need to know what you want to do. So what does Qu'anglo do?
I don't know, you got me on the spot, I'm not ready for this.
For real? Qu'anglo is a communications company that works with different organizations across the world to develop websites, run conferences, and other stuff that I can't remember.
C'est quoi, Qu'anglo?
Well, excuse me, but Qu'anglo is a very important Quebec-based firm that has provided employment for Quebecers. Qu'anglo has contributed to the economy through countless consulting projects, strategic planning. Qu'anglo has helped Quebec farmers, has helped Quebec youth employment, school system, health and social services, has helped Quebec sheep.
Qu'anglo helps people in rural towns, does websites, trying to think what else they do, translations. That's pretty much what Qu'anglo does.
Over the past 10 years, Qu'anglo, under Hugh's inimitable leadership, has played an important role in supporting the Quebec's English-speaking community.
When I think about what it is that Qu'anglo does, it's actually more a matter of what you guys don't do. You do so much to help IFHA, CFWF, and the Atlantic Canada farm writers that it's just immeasurable and deeply, deeply appreciated.
Well, but I work for them.
What do they do?
I don't know, we do websites and God, it's what is? Don't put me on the spot like that.
So there are some famous Qu'anglo stories out there, from how the name Qu'anglo was created. I don't remember much, but that involved a lot of alcohol and a refusal somewhere of the name Hugh Maynard and Associates, to the first time Christina met Hugh, which involved multiple Tim Hortons and even more spilled coffee, to Johnny's famous Hugh doesn't care speech. But there are a few stories you may not have heard. Here they are.
I love this video messaging because I can tell any stories I like about you and you can't defend yourself. It's great.
This is a poem about a man who put his ideas to plan. In creating Qu'anglo, he stopped his love for tango and celebrates 10 years with Guinness in hand.
The other day I was reading Country Guide and I saw an article on optimal time to cut forage and it had your byline on it. And so of course as soon as I started reading it, it was like you were in the room narrating the article to me, which I thought was kind of nice because we don't really get to see each other very often.
Remember our conversations way back at the beginning of Qu'anglo and the 2-year mark you set for yourself?
Hugh, there is something that a lot of people might not know about you, but then again, they likely do. It is something that in the beginning it surprised me, but now I'll remember it forever. Even at the end of the longest day, you will dance it up on the dance floor and close down a party. You usually credit your ballerina, but I credit your joie de vivre.
The story I have to tell about you, apart from losing your underwear in South Africa, is the time that we were in a bar in Nevada and a young lady came up to us and asked us if we were gay. Now, people very rarely ask me if I'm gay, so I think it was something that you were doing.
I'm a big fan of lists, so I'm going to give you a list right now for the 10th anniversary, 10 things you can count on Hugh for. Number 1, you can count on Hugh to lose his luggage or have a travel mishap 9 times out of 10. That's a real statistic. Number 2, you can count on Hugh to always have a Guinness nearby, and withhold the designation Qu'anglo until you drink one. Poor Johnny had to wait 5 years or so. 3, you can count on Hugh to not let perfect get in the way of good, because perfect just doesn't exist, and it's better to do things really, really, really well. 4, you can count on Hugh to be a doer of things and a manager of people, but only if he has to. Number 5, you can count on Hugh to do everything he can to help others, even if it means catching a bat with a Tupperware bowl and a file folder. True story. 6, you can count on Hugh to answer your email within 25 minutes, unless he's on a plane, but I'm pretty sure he even answers his emails in his sleep. 7, you can count on Hugh to offer you support in times of stress and always have a story that relates to the situation and makes you feel better. 8, you can count on Hugh to have the most worldly collection of things, from the Russian bell to make your lover happy, to the famous CFWF socks, to the hat he traded from a South African. Or did he get that hat? 9, you can count on Hugh to give you the opportunity to try new things, whether it be websites, photography, or a trip to the lower North Shore. 10, you can count on Hugh to be just the best gosh darn boss there ever was. But we all know Hugh isn't a fan of lists. He's a fan of the one thing. So what is the one thing you know about Qu'anglo?
You have taught me a quadrillion things, but all of those lessons boil down to one thing. We have one life. In that one life, we get to learn and teach and help and live.
What's the one thing you know about Qu'anglo?
We're awesome.
Happy birthday, and here's to what, 10, 20, 30, 40 more years?
Have a party and celebrate 10! Yay!
Voilà, écoute, je te souhaite un excellent 10e anniversaire.
Congratulations and have fun.
The little company that could and did. All best wishes for the next 10.
Thank you for being there and for introducing a new word to the Quebec Anglo vocabulary, Qu'anglo.
It's been a lot of fun, and I hope we're going to work together again. Thank you, and have a great celebration.
So, enjoy your celebration, bask in your success, and get back to work tomorrow to start on your second decade of helping us Anglos through Qu'anglo.
Thank you, Hugh, and happy 10th, Big Q.